What's up guys, welcome to this channel. This is the last chapter of Tensura web novel. I will also upload more interesting chapters of it, so don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Now let's start our chapter. A year had passed after the fight with Yuuki. A lot happened after that. So much that it's a pain to remember it all. I broadcasted that I defeated Veldora to the whole world. With the help of optics magic, which uses observation magic, I projected myself into the skies of all the countries. And then, declared under my name that a universal crisis had just passed. The world was filled with joy and, slowly the unprecedented disorder came to an end. And needless to say, it was the people of Tempest who helped bring it to an end. Anyway, the world has finally regained its previous stability. A while after defeating Yuuki, I released Veldora. And then, that guy went on saying stuff like, "Quah, that was a good sleep. It seems like it's my turn at last." Even considering that he was isolated from the physical world while in the imaginary space, it wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that he wasn't reading the atmosphere at all. And the price for that was quite high. And so him being punished by his elder sisters couldn't be helped. However, his elder sisters, Velgrynd and Velgryn's interest soon went towards Velgaya, the new true dragon, who was riding on Milim's shoulder. Although it can be said that he was saved thanks to that, it is also true that that was also the cause behind his sisters leaving him, which he definitely deserved. That Gaia, and so, it was my job to console Veldora, who was feeling jealous of his brother. Just between us, that was extremely bothersome. Well, when all's said and done, Veldora is still the same as ever. Our relationship of him causing problems somewhere and me doing something about it will probably continue here on after as well. I kinda felt pleasant thinking that, but it will be a secret from Veldora. I mean, obviously, right? If I were to say that out loud, I can picture him getting carried away clear as day. As our relation won't change, not now or later, I don't even need to say it out loud. Speaking of his elder sisters, one of them, Velgrynd, has already set out on a journey. She probably went to search for Rudra's reincarnate. Rimuru, you do have some idea about it, right? And no. I don't know. She did ask me once out of the blue before leaving, but I ignored it splendidly. I definitely did not stutter because I was scared of what she did to Veldora. It's just that I got a bit nervous since a very impactful, beautiful lady's face was very close to mine. Yes. No, really. Well, actually, I do have someone questionable in mind. But, if I were to speak of his name here, it would feel like I yielded to Velgrynd here. Besides, I would also feel bad about selling him out. I think he deserves to experience some peace now that we have regained stability after so long. However, despite my concerns for him, it seems he was quite easily found by Velgrynd. My condolences. I hope he is blessed with good fortune in his path. After that, stories of a hero with a talking sword in hand, accompanied by a dragon and demon spread throughout the world, but that's none of my concern. Veldora returned to the northern continent together with Guy. Seems like she will build up a paradise for demons there in the extreme cold where no human can interfere. Their castle was completely destroyed, but she said they will reproduce it with Guy's abilities. Moreover, it seems like he acquired the ultimate skill, Abyss God Nodens, by using the experience of the final fight. And this ability even adopted Gaia's all-creation manifestation, truly an all-purpose ability. Seems like he attempted the upgrade while trying to deal with Rudra's rampaging energy. Although he seemed a bit dissatisfied because he couldn't test the ability he went so far to acquire, as I appeared right on time. It also didn't seem like he had any intention of hiding it since he came telling me about it himself. I don't plan on fighting with you. I am the type who doesn't take fights they can't win, was what he said. At that time. I don't know if that is his true feelings or not, but I don't want to fight with Guy either, so that's fine with me. At the very least, I felt like Guy as he is now could have fought Yuuki on an even field. Well, I won't lose to him as I am now, but I don't fancy getting hurt due to being prideful like that. There's no reason nor meaning in fighting him, so it's best if we can get along. Although I do say that, Guy and I fought a few times after that, but I shall talk about that at a later opportunity. The celestial world was decided to be Milim's territory. With Gaia's all-creation manifestation, we recreated the parts of the castle and the gate. The residents of Milim's previous Demon Lord territory were migrating successively. The Harpies led by Frey and the Lycanthropes. And the Celestial Demons won, who are now obeying Dino. These celestial demons are a new race born from incarnated angels transforming. Does that make sense? In the first place, the angels who fall and turn into demons are called Harpy or Tengu, so this can't be taken as a rule. Even Dino is of a race called Fallen, as he fell. Well, in reality, these celestial demons don't really have a physical body, so they can't live outside the celestial world though. As such, celestial demons, harpies and lycanthropes are Milim's main forces. We have decided on secretly having cultural inter-exchange between Tempest and them and have settled on testing new technology in the celestial world. And it was clear that the advancements of science would be clearly different from my previous world, as magicals exist here, which can be directly converted into energy. We will be doing the developments in the labyrinth like always, but the celestial world will be adopting the technology first. And then, by using the data we acquire there to complete it, we will apply it in Tempest. And naturally, the tech built with physics will be sent directly to Dworgen and the ones built with magic to Sarian. Like this. While maintaining each of the country's uniqueness, we will be providing them with the latest technology. And of course, without saying, the profit from the technology would be entering my pocket. And to speak of the Milim in question, well, she is still the same, stealthily going behind Frey's back to come play from time to time. Well, I have also been playing, taking a breather, together. So I can't really complain. Dino also comes along as Milim's guard, but there's no mistake that his aim is to slack off and have snacks. After all, after slacking off for a long time, when Frey appears, both Milim and Dino's face turns pale. It really feels like the master and servant both have no urge to work, but will the celestial world really be alright? Well, something will work out as long as Frey's there. Speaking of Milim, this reminds me, there's one problem. Recently, Shin and Milim have been intensely competing against each other in my absence. From Sui's oblique report, it seems like they are having a holy battle for the place of my legal wife. What's with that? I felt my head aching even thinking about it. In the first place, I don't have my son and neither a lifespan, so it's completely unnecessary to marry. Chloe was like, "Sensei is only my sensei," and came hugging me, so that was genuinely cute. That's not fair. Rimuru is my best friend, so I should be the one. That's just you being deceived. If you are going to say that, then I am Rimuru-sama's only secretary. Chloe turns out to be quite the tactician. I need to be more careful about her than the muscle-headed Milim-sama or Shin. The three rushed in while I was having tea with Chloe. And like always, the noisy time started. This also became regular day by day, so I better come up with a solution soon. Besides, if I were to decide on a legal wife, would they come asking to be my concubines next? No, let's stop thinking about that. That would be too bothersome. Fufu, master's partner, legal wife, is me, so I feel like I just heard something, but it's probably better to not think too deeply about that either. And like always, I decided to postpone the problem. Tempest also underwent a big transformation. After tending to the hobgoblins under Rigurdo's commands, we started reconstructing the city with Benimaru as the head. With the help of Gerudo's craftsmen, the city was reconstructed in the blink of an eye. Ramiris was easily handling the re-establishment of the satellite city. The adventurers also helped out, and the Empire's soldiers were also mobilized. What about their salary? That's not for me to worry about. Miles-kun came clinging onto me saying Rimuru-sama in a crying voice, so I instantly cheered him up with good luck. I know you can do it. So it should be fine. It seems like he was also being consoled by Rigurdo, so it's great that they are getting along well. Thanks to his hard work, Tempest was reborn into an unprecedented, unique, super futuristic city. I restrained myself and just gave ideas, but Gerudo made it all happen. He implemented the new technology from his research ungrudgingly. There are also some which were used without testing in the celestial world. While leaving the hot spring town in the side, the city of Tempest magnificently upgraded into a futuristic city. And a multi-layered defense barrier was put up with the help of a huge-scale magic circle. The teleportation devices connected places within the city, making it easier to channel distribution. The teleportation devices were set up in every division, so traveling and transport was very smooth. The skyscrapers were set in a very functional way that the sunlight shone directly on the city's center. Surrounding that, the residents' living space spread out in harmony with the forest. Even a comfort zone was built, completing the mystical city. By using magic and science in harmony, we were able to realize an extremely high level of efficiency way ahead of time. And this probably goes without saying, but the jobs for cultural exchange with other countries were also piled up. The making of transit gates were pressing, but there was also the need to finish the railroad system to use it together. Thinking of it like that, it was decided to use the magic train as the transportation network between the cities. By implementing various different kinds of magic techniques, the train was now able to travel at a speed of 300 kilometers per hour without impacting the surrounding or making noise. The railroad tracks were made by the Empire soldiers. The Western countries, Dwarf Kingdom, Sorcerer's Dynasty Sarian, and the previous Demon Lord's territory. The transportation network between Tempest and the surrounding countries was advancing at a quick pace. Between the Dwarf Kingdom and the Empire, the dwarves were also constructing a rail. By the way, the previous Demon Lord's territory after Milim's group left was still untouched. It was a rich land, abundant with resources. I am thinking of discussing with the kings of the surrounding countries on how to use it later on. All these development will probably be completed in 10 or so years as state projects. No one objected to it. When I suggested the construction under my name, all of the countries happily accepted. As expected of the great Demon Lord's name who saved the world, it sure gives off a sense of sophistication. It was also expected that all these new technology will lead to many people getting unemployed. This construction will give all these people jobs, so it's not all bad. Rather, they must have realized that this transportation network will lead to further development. From now on, people who have information will be controlling everything. I decided to restrain myself, and there was no one to obstruct either. If so, then the deciding factor will be how fast the other countries take in Tempest's new technology. The economic war was so intense now that directly going to war seems stupid at best. And the factors supporting that are information and the citizens' hard work. If everyone in a country does not work hard, the country's living standards will remain low and the quality difference will keep on increasing, is what Sealsan's future prediction chart says. Now that I think about it, then am I not trying to control the world with economic and technological strength? No, I am probably thinking too much. I did say that I would restrain myself, but I didn't say anything about not taking over the world. Well, it's fine as long as we all work hard and make it a better world together. I established 2 more new cities in Jura Forest. At present, they are under praiseworthy construction. One for the High Orcs, a mining city. And the other for the Lizardmen, a city on water. High-quality minerals will be produced from the mining city. And these produced goods will be transported to the central city of Tempest. The water city will be floating on the Sis Lake, and I also plan on building a station for airships there. There's also one at Tempest, but not many can be stationed at once. In that sense, as Sis Lake is huge, it can station a lot. Rigurdo is ruling as the Prime Minister in Tempest. For the mining city, it will be Gerudo, and Gable for the water city. The kings of each tribe will be governing their cities. I am a little worried on that part about Gable, but he is also maturing as he has made up with a bill. He isn't the Gable he used to be, so there shouldn't be a problem. And like this, a system which doesn't require me to give orders was slowly being constructed. Even other worlders, who are being discovered at various points of the world, are now being protected safely. The ones who decide on living in this world will be sent to a particular academy in Ingratia Kingdom and will gain general knowledge about this world and learn fighting techniques and other things. After graduating, they can work at any important organization in any country. If they choose to return, they will be sent to Mai's Otherworld Network Research Division, where they will help her research. Well, actually, I could send them back to their world by myself. However, it somewhat felt wrong to be sending every one of them to their home countries one by one, doing the philanthropic work. Besides, now that I have confirmed that there are several different worlds, I can't lump them all together as Otherworlders. There will be Otherworlders who are not from the world I am from. I will provide them with information. And so, they will have to work hard themselves to develop a teleportation magic to cross dimensions, a dimension navigation method. For that, they will have a strong driving force and a strong will. Although, I am considering secretly sending them off if they fail even after trying for a few years. But I have a feeling that they can probably do it, so there will not be a need for that. Their hard work will bear fruit and the dimension navigation method will be developed. And then a brand new story will start with interdimensional exchange. Ramiris was upset. After all the trouble I went through to do some glorious work. Now I will have to be a child for a few thousand years again. She came complaining to me. My honest thought on that is, no point complaining to me about it. Even Trainee-san and the others were sad because they couldn't see Ramiris' true form. But, really, just for a few years after waiting a few thousand? It's weird that she can only be in that form for such a short period of time. It seems she had awakened forcibly this time, so she will have to start anew again. Well, it's fine, isn't it? Childs can play whenever they want and you won't be given unpleasant work like Milim, you know. Well, that is true. My work will be my beloved research and that is the best, but, right? In the first place, there isn't anything you would have wanted to do after becoming an adult, right? Now that you mention it. And so, after such a conversation, she went back to her normal cheerful attitude. It seems like she just wanted to show her adult form to me, and so Ramiris was easy to calm down. And now, about the labyrinth, well, the difficulty level had gone too far up. No matter how I think of it, no human can ever conquer it. Even with cutting-edge battle weapons or magic tools, it will probably be difficult for them. So much that even the lower levels were now a place to test the newest weapons. And as such, I made it so that they can get the passport to the Elves' City if they cross the 50th floor. After all, if I don't do that, the high-quality relaxing area will go to waste. Well, the royalties of each country and we use the VIP institution, but just that feels too lonely. Putting that aside, the Labyrinth force, which has Ramiris and Zijin as its head, just kept getting stronger and stronger. And so, it was quite a busy year. Even thinking back on it, it was a very rich time. But, now that everything has settled down a bit, I am thinking of taking care of one of my regrets. So guys, that's it for today. A little bit of story had remained of this chapter. So, I will upload next part in 2 days. If you have any other suggestions related to next chapter, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you.